from your local news leader. This is 13 News at 11.
Police in Newport News are getting the word out about someone asking for money, but the suspect may want a lot more.
It's a door-to-door danger that has a lot of people worried tonight. It's Wednesday night, and the big story on 13 News, the search for some people who say they need help, but all they want is your money or more.
Newport News police say people are knocking on doors and telling residents that money is needed for hospital care, but their promise to pay it back may be leading to bigger problems. This is a story you will see only on 13 News tonight. The night team's Brian Farrell is live in the newsroom with the story of one person's encounter. Brian.
Regina, asking for money, even getting it, might not be a crime, but officers and this person are concerned it could be a doorway to crimes, things such as burglaries or robberies. It's the type of operation that travels easily from neighborhood to neighborhood, city to city.
She seemed like she was putting on a real show, and I kind of got an uneasy feeling.
Anne's hunch about the person at her door proved to be spot on. The stranger who showed up at her home in the Ivy Farms area came armed with theatrics and a story.
I think maybe she saw the toys in my yard, knew that I had young kids. Maybe she tried to play that on my emotions, that she had a child that was involved in an accident.
Calling herself Kelly, she said her daughter was in the hospital in Suffolk. Kelly needed money for gas, having run out on her way from North Carolina.
I said, well, if you're on your way from Raleigh to Obacy Hospital, you've passed Obacy Hospital. She just kept saying, I'm not crazy. I promise I'm not crazy.
She also kept moving, leading with someone in a truck. Ann didn't give her money, but Newport News police believe someone in a different neighborhood just north of Hilton Village did.
The lady asked the resident, well, I want to return your money. When will you be home?
Police Department spokesman Lou Thurston explains what might seem like a question to add credibility to a story actually may be a way to case a home, getting to know the comings and goings of the people there.
Are they setting them up to break into a house, steal their valuables, their jewelry, their electronics, whatever? It's a big problem, big concern.
Especially when your children are around, you feel like you want to, try to help other people, and it's not fair that you have to teach them another lesson about life, that there are people that lie and, do the wrong thing, and unfortunately those people are out and about, and now they're coming to your house.
Ann's husband was able to follow the two people out of their neighborhood and saw them drive across the city line into Hampton this weekend. If they should turn up on your doorstep, officers recommend that you call your local police. Live in the newsroom, Brian Farrell, 13 News.
Also tonight, word of a stretch of wet weather headed our way. The rain coming in from the south. This is Alabama, where heavy rain swelled creeks and flooded roadways, and we'll see the raindrops soon. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lawson joins us now. And Jeff, some folks, already seeing some of that rain?
Yeah, it's definitely moving through. We had a few very, very light, very isolated showers early. We were tracking those at 5, 5:30, and 6. Those have moved out of the area and offshore by the time we were on. And then we were showing you the stuff that was down in North Carolina, and you can see there's a pretty significant batch right now. Hasn't reached the eastern shore, northern neck, and Middle Peninsula, even the peninsula for that matter, not even yet the northern parts of Virginia Beach. But clearly it is moving in our direction. As I set it all into motion, you'll be able to see the last 3 hours making that inexorable move to the northeast. So it's going to last a couple of hours. It's not a real wide band, but we'll see those showers moving through here in spots that haven't already seen them. You'll get them over the next hour or two, and then we'll see a little bit of a break at times later tonight and into tomorrow. We'll talk about a rather wet forecast, though, off and on for at least the next several days. That's coming up in a few minutes. For now, though, that is the latest live from the 13 News Weather Lab.
News since 6, Norfolk police make an arrest in a murder dating back to September. Ryan Nelson Johns was picked up this afternoon in Virginia Beach. Johns had been wanted for the September 4th murder of Adam Harris. Harris was killed at the America's Best Value Inn on Military Highway. Johns is charged with murder and attempted robbery. He is in the Norfolk jail tonight.
Man arrested for a string of burglaries in Hampton could be connected to other jewelry thefts across the area. 28-year-old Yari Woods is charged with breaking into homes in the Michael Woods neighborhood. Some of the items recovered include jewelry. They believe Woods could be connected to jewelry recovered in Norfolk as part of a rash of break-ins on both the peninsula and south side. We're told he's also one of 2 suspects in a police chase that began as a burglary call in York County and ended in a crash on I-64 in Hampton last week. 2 state troopers were injured in that crash.
New from the night team, the public's chance to speak out on some very deep school cuts. Hundreds of jobs are on the line, as well as some programs, all discussed tonight in Norfolk. The city is facing millions of dollars in cuts, and 400 positions could be eliminated from the budget. And tonight, parents are giving their 2 cents. The night team's Wayne Carter was at Norview High School for the meeting. Wayne, what are parents saying tonight?
Well, they're looking at specifics, Regina, on where these cuts are coming from. They don't want programs or teachers cut, but say administrators need to take the axe. The bases were loaded, and one by one, the community went to bat.
The school system can find a way to save our jobs.
Part ball game, part pep rally. These parents, teachers, and students were fired up.
You want to know why kids are getting pushed off to private schools?
Here's the deal. The governor took away $40 million from the school district, so the superintendent came up with a plan to run the schools for less. But teachers say that plan stinks.
Show us what positions have been cut in the central office. It is a well-kept secret.
Central office staff are, in fact, on the list for cuts, but not enough, according to these folks. They felt the superintendent's plan protected his staff and not those in the classroom, actually helping kids.
My wife is Hispanic. She speaks no English. Raising the kids at home while I'm gone, their primary language was Spanish. My kids have far exceeded my expectations, and that's due to Miss Sharon Phillips and the Willoughby staff.
No excuses, no wiggle room. They're demanding the school board come up with cuts anywhere but the classroom.
I got this in my mailbox in school. I want to know how much money the school system paid for this flyer.
They are asking about everything, and the parents say they will take the fight to lawmakers, saying that lawmakers say they're pro-education on Election Day, and it's time to demand that they stay that way. We're live with the latest tonight. Wayne Carter, the 13 News Night Team.
Thanks, Wayne. 13 News has learned Virginia Beach will likely unveil its school budget plan next Tuesday at the board's work session. Meanwhile, another meeting will be held to talk about the Suffolk school budget. Last week, hundreds of people packed a heated meeting to talk about cuts. Tomorrow night's meeting will be held at City Council chambers.